you. I'm sorry. Don't cry, please. I'm sorry.
You said you wanted to break up. Again.
I help me. Help me, please. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hydrangea. If you're new here, hi, I'm Voyia. I play a variety of games. There's already a part 1 of this game up right now, so go watch that one before you watch this one. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Now, let's get started. I didn't know what else to say because there's not much to say. All I know is that there's some new people here, and I just want to say hi. And you say hi to me back, okay? Go in the comment section and say hi, okay? So I can say hello to you. Shut up, phone. Okay? I just started recording. My phone's been silent for like an hour now, and all of a sudden people want to send messages. Hey, are you not eating that? This time, I didn't bother to head to the cafeteria. Instead, I found myself following a particularly rowdy group of patients up to the emergency stairs to the rooftop. Now, why would you do... Maybe they're kids that she knew. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to say. Like, comment, and subscribe. Now, let's get back into this. Why would you do that? I would go sit outside in the front. You don't know what those rowdy little people are going to do up there. I had no idea this place was accessible at all, or that the patients were allowed here. Although decorated with plants and seated furniture, the tall barriers all over the edges of the roofing spoke a story. I mean, maybe it's just like we know people come up here, so we're going to put this barrier around it just so they don't fall off. I choose not to ponder too much on it. The patients heading here were, of course, looking for a place to smoke. I see nothing but smokers up here, patients in hospital gowns, and what I assume are their visiting families. Still, I already prefer this place to the cafeteria. No gossiping staff. I can handle the stench. I cannot. Look, I love my family. I do. But my mom and dad smoke like choo-choo trains, and I promise you, I'd be like, absolutely not. Please do anything else but smoke cigarettes. Vape. Or I don't even know if vaping is healthy for you. I don't know much about vaping, so don't do that. But just, I don't know, chew gum, or go for a run. Anytime you feel like smoking, go for a walk. Do something like that. Among the smokers I spotted. Oh, Yua. Hello, Yua. Yu's twin, caught red-handed with a lighter on their hands. How? No. I approached them with a questioning glance. Really? With your uniform on? I knew they smoked. It was a badly kept secret. Their response came with a nonchalant shrug.
Listen.
Okay, so I don't know if the voice is cutting out because I have the thing on. I'm not for sure.
Listen.
Because I have it like passing it up, but I mean, that's all I got from it. We're graduating at the end of the year. It's fine. But smoking in public with our uniform on is just asking for trouble. I need to say something. You, by the way, convinced me to make up with you. Yua's eyes widen in surprise, and a flicker of sadness appears on their face.
Oh?
You did? It wasn't something you thought of yourself? Their reaction was not what I expected. Do you not want to make up with me? No, I don't want to fight with you. You can interpret that different ways. Now, it just means like, look, I don't want to fight anymore, okay? I want things to go back to the way they were, right? Or it could be like, you know, I just don't want to fight anymore, but we don't have to be friends. I think it's more of that, more than anything. I'd like everything to go back to normal. That's what Yu wants too. Something went on between them, and they're not speaking, but they are twins. Yua scoffed, diverting her gaze away from me and fixated it upon the sky. It is a lovely sky. Despite brother's severe health issues, Yua maintained an outward calmness, devoid of any overt anger or profound distress. I mean, it could be like I'm angry at the thing, but I see nothing for her to be angry about. I guess her friendship being ruined and whatever happened between her and her brother, which I hope they, express to us what happened. I've never seen them raise their voice or cry. They're the complete opposite to their sensitive you in that way. You, who has trouble studying and tearfully asks for help before tests. He's too cute for anyone to get mad at, though. I can send you the notes from class. You've missed a lot. Thanks.
I'm worried.
I'm serious, Ember. You're not going to do well on our finals if you don't get it together. She's like uber worried about our schooling and stuff, and I'm just like, you could be more worried about your brother. I'm kind of on Amber's side about this one. You could be more worried about your brother. You shouldn't let go of everything else in your life to take care of you. You a caution, a furrow forming on their forehead. I'll be fine if you teach me. You will have some of the best grades in our entire year. It's rare to not see them with a textbook in hand. A hopeful grin tugs at my lips. A couple of studying sessions with you, and I'll be all good. Oh man, that's worrisome. For the first time since Yu's hospitalization, Yu smiled. I can't do miracles, bud. Even if I ask really nicely? You can't pull that on me. I grew up with Yu's expert begging techniques. Real nicely? A small grin played on their face. Shut up. They rolled their eyes, smirking. I'm gonna come back stronger than ever, with your grades rubbing off on me. I'd like to think my genius is contagious. Yua replied, pretending to examine their nails with mock arrogance. Well, at least they're getting along now. That's the best part. Like, I would have expected them to be like, look, my brother wants us to get along, so let's just try to get along, okay, while he's here. Like, something like that, which would be terrible. Don't ever think like that, but still. At least they're getting along. Our usual back and forth. Oh, well, I'm so happy. And she is so cute. I love the way these characters are designed. From that moment where we both laughed out loud, it was as if the awkwardness from our previous encounter had dissolved into the air. The only thing missing from this is you quietly giggling along next to his sibling. I really, really hope we all have a chance to hang out like this, all three of us, for a long time to come. Ember, answer me something honestly. Yeah? Yua turned to me. That's a little creepy. When they jolt up in your face like that, that's a little creepy.
Listen.
Are you sure that you still like you that way? The question caught me off guard. I hesitated, my mind racing to articulate a response. We wouldn't be visiting him if we didn't still have feelings for him. I do love him, silly. Our love is real. It's mutual. You is recovering a little bit more every single day. You'd know that if you saw him once or twice. I emphasized the last part with a playful jab at Yua's shoulder. I'm not mad anymore, but I still want them to see you. It'd be good for both of them. Have you two talked about the breakup since that time? So I went back to the page to read the description. I felt like since I had already read a little bit of it, a decent portion of it, that I could go read the description. And it did say that the character, Ember, was going to break up with Yu, but then he fell sick. And I was worried about that a little bit, but then I'm like, I don't think so. A hushed silence fell over me. Ember. Yua uttered my name with a gentle yet firm tone. I haven't. I confessed, my voice barely above a whisper. You should talk to you about it. Get your feelings about that sorted out. Don't let it linger for too long. Your well-being matters too. Oh man, at least she cares about our feelings, and that's probably where they fell out about, is probably simply because of the fact that I don't know, maybe you said something about her, maybe you said something, evil about Ember. I don't know, but I feel like it has something to do with the breakup thing. I don't think that's a good idea. You will get upset again, and it might worsen his symptoms. Conflicting emotions tug at me. On one hand, the concern for you's well-being was paramount. On the other, the undeniable truth was that Yua cared deeply for you and wanted what's best for him. Oh my goodness, yeah. It's worth a try. I don't think so. It's worth a try. Of course, it's going to be hard to talk to somebody about something like a breakup or like a friend, not even just a relationship boyfriend breakup, but like a not girlfriend, Jesus, friend breakup, or, family breakup type of thing. All of those, like when you guys start to fall apart, it's hard to talk about it, but it has to be done. As hard as it is, it has to be done. So it's worth a try. I'll try. I responded tentatively. Frankly, I wish I had never attempted to break up with you at all. It was a mistake. If it were up to me, I'd rather pretend it never happened. But Yua has a point. Leaving things unsaid is not good for either of us.
Nice.
You will? I don't want to look back on that day. Yeah, I'll try, okay? I will. Every time I think of it, I feel ashamed, upset, guilty.
Yeah.
All right. I'll trust you. It's my fault you is sick. I wanted to try to make it better. Maybe Yua's advice is what we need. Oh man. I hope he doesn't fall sick. Then I would really feel like, yeah, it's my fault. Excuse me. Yeah, I would really feel like, yeah, it's my fault that he's sick. But I don't think there's a reason she should be blaming herself. Like, I really feel like it might be the simple fact that, coincidence. It's not like every time she tried to break up with him, he fell sick. It's just this one time it happened, and it just so happened to fall on a terrible time. You and I spent a quiet time together until we went our separate ways. And sorry if I'm losing my voice. Again, I'm recording from inside the bed. I don't feel good. As y'all can hear, I keep trying to hold back this cough because, again, I was okay until I wasn't okay. Another coincidence. The fluorescent lit corridor stretched out endlessly as I made my way towards Yu's room. The usual hustle and bustle of the hospital hushed to a mere whisper, leaving only the rhythmic beat of your own heart in your ears. As I arrived at the door marked with Yu's room number, I hesitated, my hand hovering over the handle. I'm nervous. On my way here, I had mentally rehearsed the words that needed to be spoken. I'm afraid of what could happen if I said them out loud, yet I know I have to. With a deep breath, I enter the room. This is making me feel uncomfortable. Because what if he uses this, he thinks that he's not going to get better, and he uses this to push me away. I don't want to be with you anymore. Go away. Oh, this would hurt me. Okay. Man up, Voyia. Or woman up. Woman up. Woman up, Voyia. You can do this. As I pushed open the door, a warm smile greeted me. Ember, you're back. A knot of worry tightened in my stomach. One of my concerns lingered in the back of my mind, the fear that by delving into the past, I might inevitably stir up remnants of anger in you. You might, but it has to be done. The weight of responsibility pressed upon me. His dad hasn't been coming by, and neither has Yua. If not for me, you could get lonely. Did your friends from the club come by while I was away? But just by looking around his room, my fears were sated. Oh, man. Here's my sad thought. What if this is like a metaphor, like you is already dead type of thing? But then is Yua dead too? Because why would she be like, or what if he's like in a coma and I'm just like that's why you're not visiting, because he's not actually awake or whatever, but she's seeing it as him awake. I hope that's not the case either.
Yes.
My music teacher came too. You just missed them. The get well soon balloons, the presents, and the letters I've helped put up on his walls. They're all proof that you has people by his side. I've been so consumed by guilt, I wasn't able to see that. You is very loved by many people. How's the club doing without you? We don't have any performances coming up until the end of the year, so they told me I don't have to worry and should focus on getting better. You reassured me, his eyes glancing over the stack of letters that had accumulated during his absence. Among them, one particular letter caught my attention, adored with a whimsical hand-drawn piano. It's sweet. For what you has told me, the orchestra club is tight-knit. Seeming to be thinking the same as me, you smiled warmly. At the contest we went to last year, I was shook at how competitive our school clubs were. The club members bickered and argued with each other a lot too. I was in a dance class in school and choir, and when I tell you that both of those classes gave me sheer anxiety, I don't think there's a performance in my in high school that I didn't mess up at all, just because of the simple fact that like the bickering, the arguing, to getting everything on key point, and even when you don't do it, they kind of make fun, like it's whatever, it's fine, it's okay, like don't even worry about it. And I'm just like, I'm trying. I got 2 left feet and I'm trying. It was so hard. Our club is totally different. Everyone's really nice and chill. Their visits and gifts are proof of that. Yeah, they care about you. I guess some time has passed. You and I chatted and laughed for some time. Seeing him so chipper and healthy looking, my remaining fears about this conversation we needed to have disappeared quickly. I have to do this. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Huh?
Yeah? What is it, Ember? I exhaled a nervous breath. Ooh, this is making me feel weird inside. It has to happen, though. I don't know what Yu's reaction to what I'm about to say will be, but you can tell me anything, Ember. We have to talk about it. We can't pretend it never happened. I've been thinking that we should talk about what happened that day. I looked into Yu's eyes, hoping to find a hint of understanding.
What?
What day? When we were alone back at our classroom? When we talked about breaking up? Oh no, look at his face. Oh, this hurts. The atmosphere in the room shifted. A moment of silence lingered. And then... oh goodness. Oh God. Do you, oh God, do you need a... do you need a lozenges or a cough drop or some water? That cough is a little raspy. Had a little phlegm in it, didn't it? Oh no, he's still coughing. Oh no, we made him sick. You? The sudden onslaught of coughs echoed through the room, each one more intense than the last. Oh no. As each cough wrecked Yu's frail form, dozens of delicate flower petals fluttered from his lips. No! You heaved and beat on his chest, struggling to breathe. Why haven't we went and got the doctor yet? I feel cold. His shoulders shook as he held onto the thin bed sheets on the bed. Quickly, the color left his face, pale, shaking, exactly the way you was the day at the classroom. Wait, does breaking up with him really, is like actually physically making him sick? Oh, that's gotta be a burden no one should ever have to deal with. Like, if I break up with you, you might die, type of thing. Oh my goodness. Maybe we shouldn't have brought it up. Why is this happening? I thought you were getting better. Frantically, I moved to reach for the call button. Oh, don't tell me he's gonna stop me.
You know why?
Oh no. Let me make sure you guys can hear this.
You're making me like this.
Oh my God. You grabbed my shoulders, forcefully pulling me back to the bed. Staring straight into my eyes, he heaved.
People die of this sickness. Last year, about a dozen. Dropped dead, stuck to tubes and machines in an empty hospital room.
Close to him like this, the flower petals stuck to his mouth and chin were as clear as day. Purple hydrangeas exactly like the ones I gave to him earlier today. And the previous day. And the previous. Because the ones they love abandoned them.
Because the ones they loved had evil, harmful thoughts like that in mind.
I couldn't deal with this. I couldn't. It would kill me inside, literally. It would physically kill me. That's not true. I care about you. I care about you more than...
Because the ones they loved had evil, harmful thoughts like that in mind.
So I think it kind of messed up a little bit because it did have a different writing, a different text up there, but he said this, but then he said it again, unless the game just kind of freaked out on its own.
Breaking up? Why would you break up with me now? Do you want me to?
I didn't say anything about... That's not what I meant. You sobbed. No, I can't. This would physically kill me. I would be so depressed. Because, like, then what if you really do want to break up with him? You can't, because he'll die.
You did!
I'm sorry. Don't cry, please. I'm sorry.
You said you wanted to break up! Again!
Help me. Help me, please. I don't know what to do. I thought back to what I had said moments ago. No, that's not what all I did was ask him how he felt about what happened. Oh, you don't love me. Tears broke my heart. I should have never brought up the subject at all. I love you. Please don't cry. I wanted to call out the fact that he misunderstood me, but his tears at the thought that I don't love her back made me...
Liar! You said you want to leave me!
No, I promise I'm not leaving. I wanted to talk about the breakup. No, you. I love you. If you doesn't believe our love is mutual, will his conditions get worse? That's how I feel. Will he end up like those other people who had this disease? Will he?
Nobody loves me. I'm all alone.
Oh my goodness.
My sibling hates me. My dad hasn't even
all those presents and the letters? You tear-streaked face turned towards me.
They're lying! They don't like me! Even before I got here! They said it! They said it! They don't even understand me at all! Not like you do. You're the only one who gets me.
Oh. The sound of Yu's anguish filled the room, a heartbreaking wail that cuts through the air. This is breaking my heart. I can't do this. I sat by Yu's side, my hand resting on his shoulder. No matter how much I tried to offer words of comfort, he wouldn't stop crying. I reached a point where I found myself about to cry as well. I didn't know what to do. What's going on here? The door behind us creaked open and someone came in. Oh, you, like, please, nurse, please sedate him or something. You, sweetie, calm down. The nurse ran to Yu's side. I don't know what, he won't. You've done enough. Please, leave. She gazed at me sternly. I don't want to leave you like this, but I don't. Amber hates me. Oh no, we're killing you. I didn't mean to do this. Despite the growing numbers of hospital staff rushing in to assist, the distress escalated. More nurses and doctors entered the room. The nurse's stern gaze lingered on me, a directive to step back and allow the professionals to take charge. Oh. Reluctantly, I retreated. I'm so hurt by this. I'm hurt like I really tried to break up with my own boyfriend, but Song ain't going nowhere and I'm not going nowhere. I will literally be attached to this man for the rest of my life. I don't know what he thought. He shouldn't have been such a good guy. That's his fault. Yu's advice was terrible. What I was doing was perfect. Yu was getting better. We're better off looking after and listening to each other without anyone getting in between. And now we have this. I was wrong. I'm the only one Yu has. This was a bad thing. This was such a bad thing, but I'm gonna stop it right here, you guys. I know if this is like an ending or something, because I know there's a couple of endings to this. If this is an ending, wow. It would be a little bit of like a what's the true ending, because I think it said, and I'm not for sure because I've been reading a lot of games today, but I think it said that you had to get all 4 endings to get the true ending or something like that. I'm not for sure, but I will be going back through this again. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Oh man, I really didn't want to leave his side, but I have to. I'm sick myself. I'm just not as bad off as you. I have a cold. And the cough is starting to pick up to the point where like I'm holding it back really, really hard. And it's also like causing me to feel a little like, I can't breathe a little bit. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you had a fantastic time in this episode, and I hope it made your day a little bit better. Peace and love. Stay safe out there, everybody. Bye.